Yes, Mama.
Okay. So, we saw, right, what are the different types of DAX functions. I'll just give again what are the types of functions we have. One is aggregator function, date and time functions, where we can create multiple date functions like, we can give a quarter, month, week number, today. So all those things we can create using this date and time functions. Third one is the filter functions, where we can apply filters and get the values out of any particular category if you want. Financial functions basically uses all those credit, debit, and net profit, sales analysis. So all those kind of things we can create using this financial functions. Info functions, basically we can use this related lookup value. So these are the different functions we can have in this. And information functions, I think we can use it for any kind of true or false, right? When you it's is error or is blank or is text or is number. So this kind of is related functions we can use, and we can get the value based on true or false condition. The and last one is the logical functions, where we can apply any logic with multiple conditions, where if we want to give AND condition or condition, we can use this logical functions. So these are all things you can directly check in Google. You can get explanation for all of these tax functions with example. So I can't explain because thousands of functions are there. So I can show you only main functions in today's class, and rest of the things you need to practice from your data. Okay, so basically we are already completed aggregator functions, right? You know how to add the sum count, distinct count, and all those things. And then we have something like sum x and average x. So one more interview question is, what is the difference between sum and sum x? So this is also one of the interview question. Every time some or the other person will be asking you this. What is the difference between average and average x? What is the difference between rank and rank x? So both are aggregated functions only, but there is a slight difference. Sum is nothing but you can just get only the total value for any certain column having a number values, right? Count is nothing
Okay,
but
Mama.
any certain column you can see total count of the rows, right? But sumx is nothing but you can specify which is that, column. Who is that? Prashant. Okay, sum x is nothing but with an expression. X is nothing but expression, right? So along with aggregation, you also can add an expression whether you want a sum only for a product number. Okay, and you want sum only for a certain date range. Okay, and you want a sum for average. You want to take only for certain product numbers or product group. So whatever the filters along with an expression you want to aggregate, that is called a sum x or average x. These are the different differences between normal aggregated functions and the iterator functions. Okay, so we will see some of these in our today's class. And third one is filter context, where you can use calculate function and you can get the value using a filter or any other filter functions. You can use it and get the values. For example, you want sales only for a country India, or you want sales only for fiscal year 2025. So that time we can use this simple calculate function. Most of the time we'll be using this only. And the other one we are going to see today is if, switch, and total add and date add. So these are the different functions we are going to see today. So these are the some of the examples which I've taken. So for example, you can see, right, the total sales. You can take directly a sum as a function, which directly gives you the total of this sales amount, right? So this is simple aggregated function. Okay, these are all these things. Average of a total sales, you can take average function. And if you want only unique customers, you don't want any duplicates, right? Then you can take this distinct function, distinct count function. So these are the three different examples where you can see what aggregator function when we have to take. Second one, when this is a filter function, where you can see, right, here we are giving a filter region is equal to west, and also it is getting aggregated. So whenever you use any calculate function, you need to aggregate and also use a filter. So that is nothing but a filter function where you are applying a filter along with aggregation. So that time we will be using this calculate. And you don't want to aggregate anything directly. You can also take what is a sales amount. So where sales is greater than 1000, no? So directly it filters the total amount, whatever the sales column having greater than 1000 value, that will give you the final output. So these are the some of the examples. If you want, you can take a screenshot, but you will get more examples from the Microsoft community where you can learn many DAX functions. Okay, so let me open the PBF file. Everybody please open the last time file you have saved, right? So just open that. So we will try to create today some of the measures, some columns and some tables. So some examples we'll see which is more advanced DAX functions today, because basic ones you got some understanding now, right? Any questions in the basic ones? Then I will explain you. So everybody have this Excel has been loaded, right? Where the same working sheet we'll be using today also. Okay, so for example, one more advanced one which we can see is a related function. See, for example, here you have the related, no? So there is a function called related. If you have a relationship, this related will work. If you don't have the relationship, then this related will not work. Let us see that function now. Okay, for example, I given a date and I given the what is month, year, and what is a week number. So I want to bring this week number to my sales table, okay, which is cash payments, right? This is having a main fact table which we are using for all the business values. So in this I want to bring this week number, okay? So if you see the relationship already we have established for these two, right? Last time, cash payments using a receipt date connecting to the calendar date. That means this table having a many values of a receipt date with a single value from this calendar date, because calendar always have a unique date. For example, January 1 will be only once, January 2 will be once, so every date only once will be there. Okay, that is the reason many to one, and it is going this direction. That means from dimension it is going to the fact. That means it's a single. So only this kind of relationships only the related function will work. So now let's see. I want to go to this cash payments and I want to bring the week number to this, right? Just I'll click on new column and I will just give a week name. Okay, so I want to use related a DAX function. Then we want this week number, right? So I just select this week number from the calendar. Whatever the relationships already there, no, it will pop up all those tables and columns in this. Okay, or else if you it's not popping up, just select your table name or column name. It will show only those related records as a hint. So just select this and close the bracket. See, now I got the week name, okay, based on the relationship which is established. For example, if you don't have this relationship, okay, what will happen? So I'll just go here and I'll just delete this relationship. Now let's see the results. See, error. Why? Always related will work only when there is a effective relationship is established between those two tables. Then only the related function will work, or else it will not work. So this is also very important. some interviews they will be asking this kind of a questions. Okay, okay, fine, then it's not coming. I don't want to give relationship, so how can I bring the weak number to this table without relationship? Yes, there is another option is there, so which is called a lookup value. How we do lookup? We look up in Excel, right? Same thing, we have a lookup function is there, lookup value. And here you can see the the formula, what kind of key columns we need to give here. First you want to give the result column. Okay, then you need to give the search column from the results table, and then search column from the this table, current table. Okay, so first, what is the result you want? I want the result called week number from the calendar table is my result, final result I want, right? Okay, I'll select that. Copy. Then second one, what is the search column from this results table? Means calendar table, what is the common column? So what is the common column between this payments table and the calendar table? Anybody tell me? Exactly, correct. So date is a common column between payments table and the calendar table. Then we need to get the common column from this table. What is the common column from this table? It's yeah, see, you are trying to connect date and date only, no, to calendar. So here we are trying, we have given receipt date only, right? So I'll just take receipt date as the common column. So that's it. Just close this. So basically what we are doing, we want the output, which is nothing but the week number, which we need. So that will come as a starting. And what is the common column in this table from that output table? So which is date. And what is the common column in this existing table where we need the column, which is receipt date. That's it. So we just enter it and we got the week without relationship. We don't have relationship, right? But still we got the results. So that is the difference between related and lookup value. When you have relationship, we can use related, and we don't have relationship, we can use lookup value, but the same results you'll get it.
Can you explain once again this VLOOKUP approach?
Okay. So, for example, I have two tables, right? I want to bring some of the columns from the other table which I'm having already a relationship is established. So one more example I'll show you as you asked Ajay. So we will see any other table where dim table will go. Okay. Business unit table is there. No, here also we have a relationship is there. I want this channel, okay, into my fact table, which is cash payments table. So already relationship is established. So tell me, if relationship is there already, how to bring this column to my this main table. So tell me the formula. I will get that. Okay, I'll just click on new column. So I'll just take a channel name or something. Okay, then tell me if you have a relationship, what DAX function we can use. Just now explained, right? Before lookup value.
No, nothing. I'm getting confused.
Okay. See, we have a DAX function called related.
Related.
So this is the one which we can use it to bring the values from other table using this relationship. So I want the channel, right, from the BU table. Just type channel and what table it is there, select that and close it. That's it. You will get the channel name into this new column, into your main table, fact table. This portion you understood, Ajay?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So when you don't have relationship, then how to bring that one? Again, I'll click on new
Got it.
channel is equal to. So this lookup value will work even though you don't have relationship or if you have relationship also. Doesn't matter. But related will work only when you have a active relationship is established. Okay. So in this first we need the output. What is the output column in this one when I want to bring the channel?
Common column.
No, first we need to bring the output. See, you can see the result you
Yes,
want,
yes.
right? Starting lookup value that is hint is giving,
Uh,
no. So
yes, yes,
first will be
asking
the
intent.
channel which we want to get it, right? So then we need to get the common column between these two. What is the common column between these two? BU channel having some code, no? What is that code? Region code. This is the common column in the BU table. And what is the common column in this fact table? Um, this one, right? Region code only in this table, cash payments table. Okay, so this is how we can bring the value if you don't have relationship. You have relationship means this formula. So that is the difference. So results are same. Okay, so for example, I'll delete the relationship and see which one is working, which one is not working. Okay, so we have this relationship, right? Region code to region code using the BU table. I'll just select this and delete. Okay, close it. Now go and see the results. Why this is coming error?
So because it is related to the another table.
Yeah, related only will work when you have a relationship is there. If you don't have relationship, the related will not work. But see, lookup value still works because even though you have relationship is there or not there, but this values will come. So that's why the channel is coming, but this is not coming. Okay, now you understood, Ajay.
Yes, Anna.
Okay, so let me delete this. Okay, so now this is about the relationship when you can use a kind of a VLOOKUP in Power BI. Same like Excel, we can do lookup value and related. These two are the functions we can use and bring the common matching records to this fact table. Next function, we will go calculate function. Okay, so that is a measure. Okay, so for example, I want to bring the values only for the TP. What is the total payments? TP has the value, like TP and RM have a TP value. Okay, let's see that. So for example, normally if you add a new, I'll just go for a new page. So I'll just show you normally how much it's supposed to come. So I'll just take TPRM and receipt amount is okay. This is the TP amount and this is the RM amount, right? So I want only this value only for TP. Okay, how you bring that? Using a calculate and filter functions. Let's try that. Okay, so just I'll click on new measure. So this should be a measure, okay? Because we are using a filter context here. So now I want to show TP cash, how much we received. So we will use calculate because we are applying the filter, right? And it is asking what expression. So we can give an expression of sum of the receipt amount from this cash payments, close the bracket, and then it is asking what is the filter. So you can see, right, the hint you are getting. So just put comma and give a filter called TPRM column, sorry, TP slash RM is equal to TP, right? So first you see which is the TPRM column, yes, is equal to TP and RM is a text, right? So we have to give a double quotation TP and close the bracket. So here simply you are getting the value for TP, what is the total receipt amount. This is the meaning of this full formula. Okay, just enter. Now let's see what value this formula is giving us. So just I'll take a card. Okay, then I will add this function which we created, TP cache, right? So select this. Okay, how much is showing? 102.6 million. 102.6 million TP cash. So like that, you can apply your filters and bring the amount or whatever the values into your card or into your visuals. So now this is okay. So when I want to get a count also, we'll see one. Okay. So here I just put the count of all the customer names. Okay. How many customers we have for this receipts. I just put that one and here I can see. Okay. So I have to select this customer number, open the drop down and make it a count. Okay. See how many customers for TP? 95,491. For RM, 3681. So now I need to bring this 95491. How to create a measure. So then I'll just show one more example. Click on new measure. So TP, I'll just give some title. Okay. Customers is equal to calculate. Okay, so now expression. So here we don't want sum. Here we want a count, right? Because this is nothing but the count of the customers, right? So just we'll give count of the what count you want. So customer, which table it is there? Cash payments customer number, right? Or customer name. Okay, we'll take this customer number, close the bracket, then comma, what filter you want. So TP and RM column from this cash table is equal to TP. Okay. Now you add this and see what is the values. TP customers 95k. Correct? Say 95k. 95k. So like this, we can bring whatever the values you want to apply aggregation and a filter. Both conditions you can do using a calculate function. Any doubts in this or not able to understand? Okay, so now I want you people to practice this in your system. So can you bring these two values, count like sum of the receipt amount for TP and also total count of customers for TP into two cards and also bring the week number using a related function to our fact table. Related function you need to use and one lookup value you can use for the BU where you can bring the channel. So can you please start creating this because this is very important. If you're not understanding and you don't have hands on, no, you can't understand anything. So just open your file and create these two columns. One is week number using related and one more column using lookup value to bring the channel and create these two measures. One is for the TP cash where only TP related payments required and total amount and one is TP customers, only TP customer count I need these two measures. So these two are the measures and these two are the columns. Can you please start working on it? Yeah, share your screen. Let's see.
Actually, in this data, TPRM is there. Okay.
Hmm.
But when I am creating here, only RM is coming. TP is not coming.
You applied any filters or something?
No. I have taken table also.
Go to your data.
This
Let's see. Go to your cash payments.
cash payment. Okay.
Click on that table.
I think
So
yeah.
come open the TPRM.
Yes, it is.
Select TP. Okay, you have both are there. So show me your function, what you have in the visual.
Select here, drop the
First
TPRM.
TPRM you should not select. No, drop down, open the drop down. You should select don't summarize.
Okay.
Why you selected first? Don't summarize.
Don't summarize.
Little up before first.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming, no?
Sure.
Similarly here also.
Sure.
Whenever you are adding anything, no, don't change the aggregation. By default, it will show don't summarize. Okay. Only you can change the
Okay.
aggregation when you want to change it for sum or count. That column you can change it.
Right.
Okay, now you create the measures and columns you created, huh?
Column here for week, no?
Week, yes, show me. Using related, huh?
Using
Lookup value.
not that, yeah.
So then use one more column using related. Bring the channel here.
But related, I need to check this relationship I have not.
You have already, see, BU table, you have a relationship already. Region code, region code. Third one. You already have a relationship.
Region code.
Yes. Bring the channel from the BU table, dim BU, using related.
New column, no? Okay. Good. New channel.
Yes, that's it. Okay. Now you create the measures. Others, please let me know you are able to do these two columns and two measures.
Related one measure, only need to change. Wait.
No, let it be related only.
No, one measure I already created, only that time not coming.
Okay.
Okay, that one. This one, quick name. Okay. User name is this one. Yes. We need to change here. That's your TPRM need to be na. TPRM.
Yes.
TPRM is not there.
Select the table name correctly. Remove that square bracket. Still, just type TPRM. TP. Close the bracket after customer number. Why you didn't close it? That's why it's not coming. Before the bracket, comma. You're summing, right? You're counting, right? Yeah. Now you put comma and you can see now TPR column will come.
Yes, sir.
Is equal to?
Oh, filter again need to. Okay, wait.
If you directly give what it will think.
Yeah, go TP only I need to give.
Before the bracket is equal to TP within double quotations. That's it. This one you put it in a cart. Same way you need to sum the total receipt amount also. Okay. You already existing table only you're changing it. Huh?
Okay, that I will drag it away. Here 2 I've taken now. TPRM.
Remove the one more column, TPRM category is there, no? Down.
Yeah.
Okay, this is count. Okay, what about the sum? One more measure.
Just some.
I want the total value. You are taken customers, okay. One more
Oh.
measure.
Receipt amount, na?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Date. Payments. No. What need to bring here? Okay.
Again, you're doing the same mistake.
Mm,
You're
what need to
using
bring?
measure means directly use measure, or else you have to use correct column. No, sum of the payments receipt amount. No, after calculate, you need to use sum.
Okay, calculate sum.
Keep
Count.
calculate and sum of the value. Receipt amount. Close the bracket, comma. Now you give TPRM is equal to TP. That's it. Why you are getting confused?
One more card. Difference between these two cards? This is single and this is for multiple, no?
Ah, correct.
Yes. Um, change it here. Then, it is.
What you doing, Prashant?
No, I'm searching at receipt cash I created,
That's why I
not
told you to
measure.
keep titles properly. Oh,
This is
sir,
month
is
of
there?
May.
No. Receipt cache is there, right? That is the one, right?
In calendar it's showing me.
Ah, because you created in calendar only. Let it be, it's okay. That's why always you select the table and create measure.
Okay.
Measure can be any table, it just pick up, no issues. Until unless you give formula inside it, it should be correct, okay? Okay, then others, please, you stop sharing,
Okay.
Prashant. So others, please let me know any clarification or any doubts. These are very important. If you don't know this, you can't create anything. You got both the columns and measures?
Yes.
Ajay, you got it? I'm not getting your voice, some disturbance I'm getting it. Okay, we'll continue getting late. So So this is about the filter function. Okay, next one we will see a logical function using a measure. Okay, so I'll just add some of these columns here for your reference. So I'll just add the channel. Okay,
Gee, you haven't shared your screen.
okay. Okay, so I just added channel also and week also in this. Okay, from this table. Okay, this is my table. So now I want to give the status of this table using a logical function. Okay, for example, I will give when the channel is bass and it is for week 50, then it is like maybe low, medium category, medium and high. So some three conditions will give. Let's see that. Or else maybe I can take when customer count is more than 100 and it is for bass, then it is a high category, something like that. Let me write one formula for this. New measure, customer status. So something like I'll give a title. Okay, so normally we will use if logic. No, so we have one more function in Power BI called switch. Okay, switch is basically uses simple switch if function. Okay, instead of if we can use this switch and we'll give true. Okay, for example, switch true means whenever the condition will become true, then it will give the desired results. So now first condition what I'm going to give, if channel, sorry, sum of the received amount will take first, is greater than 120k, something like 12,000. And second condition, count of the customer number, then it should be high. Okay, second condition, when this sum is greater than 1200 and count, oh, sorry, here I not given anything, so count is greater than 100. Okay, so here second condition will give it should be more than 1000, 10,000 and count is greater than 100. Maybe for first one I'll give 120 and this one 100,000 value should be, and customer number is more than 100, then it should be medium, and else condition will be low. So other than these two conditions, everything will falling under low. Okay, so now you understood, right? Whenever the value is more than 120k and the customers also more than 120 count, then it is high. And second condition is whenever the value is more than 100k and the customer count is greater than 100, that is medium. Other than that, it will become a low. So now we will apply this status into this table and see and validate is it coming correctly or not. Okay, customer status, I'll just add here. Okay, so now you can see why first one is showing medium, because the value is not more than 120k, right? It is less than 120k. So first condition we have given, if it is more than 120k and also end means both has to satisfy, and count should be 120. So this is satisfied but this is not satisfied. So if both are not, either one is not satisfied also, it will become medium only, because it will go for the second condition. So what is the second condition here? If it is more than 100k and more than 100, so this is satisfied, that's why it is showing medium. Okay, for the last one you can see, right, low here. Why low here? Because this is not even more than 100k, not even more than 120k, and this is also even though it is more than 100k, but this value is not satisfying. So that is the reason it is going for the else condition. So like this, we can create a switch function with a true condition and give a multiple logics to get the final results. Any doubts in this one?
We need to use switch. Always.
In place of if, we can use switch. So switch also simple. See here, if you're using if, no, every time we have to give if again, we have to give if again. So multiple times we need to give if, right? If you use switch, no need to give all those multiple times if. Directly it gives you the values without multiple ifs. So switch is similar to if only, but it's a simplified if logic. Ajay, your voice I'm not getting, but only some sound is coming. Okay, so one more if switch also there. Okay, so we'll see one more switch in the column. Okay, so for example, whenever is there any particular maybe we'll take a simple one. We have three types, right? Agent, external, and internal. No, based on this, we'll write a switch. Okay, without true. So just I'll click a new column and I'll write customer category. Okay, so what I'm going to use switch again, I will use it, but this time I'll just not give true function because I want to give a one value means what is the value. Okay, so here I'll take the customer type column. This is the one. Okay, so if it is internal, then it should be int. Okay, maybe I can just put code. Okay, then second condition, sorry, internal, external means it should change to ext, and if it is other than these two, it will be agent. Okay, these are the codes I want to get. So whenever customer type is internal, it has to show int because we are switching, right? We are switch the customer type column. Internal means it should change to int. External means it should be ext, and agent other than these two, if anything is there, it will be agt, like agent. Okay, just enter.
Here no need to give true.
Here no need to give true because we are just giving only one condition. No, everything one switch. It is getting switched from one value to other value. It is getting switched. So if you want to give something like multiple conditions only, we will give true condition. Here we don't have multiple conditions, no. So whenever it is internal, it has to switch to int. Whenever external, it has to switch to ext. Whenever it is other than these two, it has to switch to agt. So let's see, for example, if it is external, okay. So it is changed to ext, right, in the column. Similarly, other than these two, if anything is there, then it will go to agt because this is else condition. So this is simple switch function without any multiple and or operators are there. Understood, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is one of the switch function where you can switch from one value to other value, and this is one more function where we can give multiple conditions with and or operator. Okay, this is with the switch true. Next one, we will go for a cumulative sales. Okay, so like whenever we have any particular, values, you want to take a cumulative, right? Cumulative. So I'll show you one example. I'll take a new table and I will take the calendar month. Okay, this one. And I will take the amount, receipt amount. Okay, so here we have only two. Maybe I'll take the date instead of month here. Okay, fine. So here you can see, right, whenever we have any values, it should add up for the next one. For example, this 42 should become adding to 112, and these two should add to the 6.4 million, and these three should add to this one. So finally, all the total value should come to 110. So like that, it has to, do a running total, the cumulative total. So that total we want here. Okay, so how to you write that one, we will see. Okay, so just I'll take a new measure again. Cumulative sales or something I'll give. Okay, so for this we can use calculate function again. Okay, then sum of the receipt amount we can take. Okay, but see, sometimes what happen, we can use measure inside measure. Okay, so already we have a measure for the sum of the receipt amount, right, which we have used I think total payments, right? So this one we can use it instead of again writing every time sum, again doing all those things, because we already have a measure with sum of the sales. So that only we will take it. Okay, total payments is my measure, which is basically giving the sum of the sales only. So we can give measure inside measure. So total payments, comma, and we will take one function here, which is filter function. What it has to filter? Date. We have to use one more function called all, then we have to use the date. So calendar date, right? So in this calendar, so table name we have to take, close the bracket, and date we will take from the calendar date is less than or equal to max of date again. So this is the formula. Okay, I'll explain you. Okay, so this is nothing but we are taking the total payments by filtering the calendar table, everything, all means all the calendar table. So we are using so many functions here. You can see this total payments already having a sum, right, inside this total payments measure, and we are already taking this calculate function, and also we are taking the filter function, and also we are taking all function, and also we are taking the max function. See how many functions we are using in one formula. So if you give this formula, then only we can get the running total. This is also interview question, so you can just try to understand better. If you're not understanding, let me know. Okay. Now you can see the values, how it is changed. This is normal sales and this is cumulative sales. What is the difference between cumulative sales is running total. This will add to this. These two will add to this third one. These three will add to fourth one. These all four will add to fifth one. Like that. You can see, right? 42 is the first one. Okay. And 42 and 112 becomes 155. Okay. And 42 plus 112 plus 6457 becomes 6.6 million. Okay. That means it is getting adding with the previous ones. And you can see the final value, which is nothing but 110,270.52052, which is nothing but this one. So like that we can bring the cumulative total sales. So this is little bit confusing, but just try to understand the concept and logic. Anyway, these are all formulas. You can get it from the ChatGPT also. So if somebody is asking you, can you give me the running total? So then ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give you the formula with an example, then change accordingly as per your data set. That's it.
Akshay, can you explain that formula, how you write?
Okay.
Well,
So Okay, so step by step I'll explain you. Okay, so for example, I'll just keep this one down. First, what is the total amount we'll see. Okay, what value it will give. So it basically gives the same value because nothing but the sum of the receipt amount only. If you see the formula for this one, you can get to know receipt payments, which is nothing but the sum of the receipt number. That means this is same. Okay, here till here you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, second part, filter all calendar, which is nothing but it ignores the calendar and gives a total value. So let me add this now. So using a calculate, part by part I'm explaining you. Okay, and filter by all calendar. So what results it will give, we'll see. Calculate total, filter all.
Bracket.
Bracket I've given, but it's not considering only if I give here. So maybe I'll remove this filter and show you, because filter is there and filter requires two more conditions. That is the reason. So I'll just show you till here. Okay. So what it is giving me values, basically giving me the sum of the value. You can see, right? It is not considering any date. It is giving the total value because we given a all condition. That means it has to take all the dates total. Okay, so this is the total amount for all the dates. I don't want specific date. It removes this filter, like it removes this calendar date. So that's the reason it is showing everything same. So again, what we are doing, so we are again putting one more condition where date should be less than max date. So that means always it considers the dates between the previous dates only. So if it is 5, what is less than 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So that's why total only 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, it is 5. It will consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is the reason last condition basically it sum up the value from the previous dates. That is the reason this is the last condition. So I'll just keep here and close the bracket. So that is the reason, for example, if you take 30th November, what is the previous day? Less than equal to max we given, no? So that means max date and also previous dates. This will consider only max date of 30th November and 29th November. So for example, if you are in December 3rd, what are the previous dates? And also the max date less than or equal to, no? So if you are in December 3rd, this one, it will add up this one, it will add up this one, it will add up this one, and it will add up this one, because all the previous dates along the date it will total. So that is the formula, final formula we are requesting for. Now you understood, Bablu?
Yes, Akshay. So, Vamshi, this you haven't given some function now. So how will that function will come to know I should add this?
Already some function is there in this measure, no? Why you want to give?
It's already measured inside measure.
Measure inside measure. Or else if you want to give, I'll show you that also. Like both are same only, no? So I'll just give here only. Yeah, receipt amount. So like this also you can take actually. See, because this is already we have a formula for total payments. That's why I added directly measure itself. That measure is already having the same formula.
Okay, but see, for last max is there, na? Then how it's adding means the previous all the previous date and today date.
That is what I given. No, what we are giving the condition, total payments for the date which is there, this date less than equal to max date of this date. So for example, if 5th is there, it has to consider only the previous dates until 5th only, because we given a condition less than.
Means it will take all the previous date.
Yes, all the previous date along the current date also, because equal to also there. So if you are in 5th, it should take all these dates until 5th. If you are in 14th, no, all the previous date until 14, it will take it. That's why we are giving less than or equal to this max date.
Means suppose only I want to take only one previous date, then that time what need to do?
So for example, you want to give only one previous data.
Today date and previous date. Max means today date.
and
That
yesterday
time it will
date
not
only.
become like a cumulative sales. No, it will become like a card, no, where you want to give, for example, it should be less than today. Okay, you mean to say like that, no?
Mm.
So less than equal to today. So automatically everything is less than today, no? That's why it is showing this one. For example, you want to take as an yesterday. So today -1. Then it will become yesterday's date. Whatever is the total dates which are there as on yesterday.
If you want to add, my question is, if I want to add only two dates, today date and yesterday date.
Okay,
So
then
what
don't
only
give
two?
less than. It will just give is equal to today. Okay, so for example, you want only as on today. So just give.
Today and yesterday date. Addition of today and yesterday.
Okay, then just give less than or equal to today and yesterday. That means it will take either -1 means from today or today. So you can give this one today and yesterday only. It will come in this condition.
Yeah, got it.
Sorry, not less than, greater than, sorry. So less than means everything less than today it will come. So you can give greater than yesterday means what is the greater than yesterday? Yesterday also and today also, no? So like this condition we can give. We don't have anything, that's why it's showing 0. Or if you want only last 7 days, greater than 7 days until today, you can give today -7, greater than or equal to. So last 7 days total will get it. Okay.
It will say so only 7 days, no?
Yeah, because we are giving greater than or equal to -7, no? So what is today's date? We are 6th, no? So it will give you from 31st May, 1st June, 2nd June, 3rd June, 4th June, 5th June, and 6th June. All 7 days it will give because we are giving greater than -7 from today.
Okay, got it.
So normally cumulative date means we'll give max of the current date. Okay, so that is less than or equal to max of the calendar date. That means this is the max date means it will take all the dates up to max. If this is the max date means it will take all the previous dates up to this date. Okay, this is also every time in each interview they will ask you how you will calculate your running sales. That means it has to add up from the previous periods. Okay. Any doubts in this?
No.
Okay. Then we will go one more DAX function where we can use some of this divide. Okay, so for example, you have a formula where in the PPT is there, no? You want to calculate the total sales percentage by any particular category. So maybe we can see we have a so I want to see how much is the percentage for agent, how much is the percentage for internal, and how much is the percentage for external, right? For example, total sales is 100%. So maybe agent is 30% and external is 20% and internal is 50%. How you calculate that? Okay, that also we'll see now using this divide function. So I will take a new page. Now I will add a new table, and here I'm taking the customer type as a column, and I will take the total payment. We already have a measure, right? I'll just add that measure. Okay, so now he see here. So here normally agent is only 49,000, external is 1.1 million, and internal is 109 million. So how we calculate the percentage here? So this is mostly 90% it is there, no? This is 95%, I think. Maybe this is around 5% or 4%. This is only 1%, something like that. Okay, let's calculate now. Just I'll take new measure. Sales percentage is equal to. So what we have to take first, we have to take this total of all these things divided by this individual sales, right? So first we will take calculate again we will take the total payments measure within that, because this is nothing but the sum of the sales, comma, all. Means what means all means it just give you the total, right? So then I'll give, which is the table name, cash payments table. So for all these table records, it gives you the total value. Now I'll just add this one, okay? So sales value I'll add here. Okay, so what it is giving me now? It is just giving the same value for all these things, because I given all function which will ignores this, okay, ignores this customer type column, because all means it just considers everything. So now what is this next one? It has to divided by this one, right? So then what I will do, I will use a divide function for this, and then I put a comma. So my numerator is come. So what is my denominator now? Denominator is nothing but this total payments only, right? So I'll just put total payments measure we already have, right? Then close the bracket. Okay, I think this should be numerator and this should be denominator. And I'll change it to percentage sign. Okay, now you got the percentage. This internal is 98% and external is 1% and agent is only 0.04%. So total is coming to 100%. Basically the numerator is nothing but the actual value and denominator is nothing but the total. So I will show you in, you understood, right? Or you want me to show in calculator? So this is the denominator, which is nothing but the total of all the payments. And this is the numerator, which is nothing but these values for each customer type.
Yeah.
Okay, so the same thing we can write in variables also. Like in measures, no, we can use variables, like you can declare some value for that, and that you can change it into final return value. So for example, my variable numerator, okay, for example, we have to give variable means var, and I'll just give some numerator underscore or something for the first value. Okay, this is my first numerator variable. Okay, second one, variable denominator or something we can give, this will be the second one. So what we are doing, we are declaring what is the variable for first one and what is the variable for the second one. Now what I'll give in the return value, we have to combine these all the variables. So what I'm going to do, I want, what is the result I want? I want to divide. Okay, so first variable we created, no, what is the first variable? Numer underscore, right? This is my first variable, right? Because I given numer underscore for the first variable. No, now I will divide means we have to put comma, and denominator underscore is my denominator, right? Then I'll just close the bracket. So like this also we can give our formula, like numerator divided by denominator in the return value. So like this, for example, if it is, I don't want to give numerator, I want to give just a, and here I'll just give b. Okay, similarly we can give the same thing here also, because whatever you declare, the same names you have to give here. So b, because we given a as the total payments and b as the total value. So like this also we can change our variables and get the values. So same formula you can write it in 2 or 3 ways also, no problem, but the final result should be important. Okay, so maybe instead of agent I will just put one more week number or something, and I'll just remove this customer type and I will add some other column. Okay, receipt method or something is there, no? This I'll put it. Okay, now you can see total 100% how it is getting divided. So this credit card AUS is only 0.27 and credit card is 0.15. Most of these things is coming from logbox payment method, receipt method, and wire and EFT. This is the major ones, right? So like that, you can create a sales percentage for any column using this particular condition. So now I want you to write this also for me, how I got the sales percentage. Please, you also prepare sales percentage. It has to match 100% with all those categories. Whatever you want, you take either customer type or receipt method, whatever you want. And second one, I want you to prepare this running total, cumulative sales. Can you please quickly write these two measures? These are very important. That's why I'm just repeating again and again. You're not getting show me, then don't just blindly mistake. Don't do. Prashant done, Bablu, Ajay.
You see some pending tasks is there. From there, I'm doing it.
What pending task?
Means before in sit also na that I created a that one pending for me. Switch that I done already. Right now working on that. Calculate total sales. That working on it.
Okay. Bablu, you're done?
Yes, once she completed that sales percentage, working on the cumulative.
Okay.
Showing my screen. Max.
Yeah, max of date, calendar date. That's it. Add this into this table. Okay. Show me the table correctly. It's not okay. No, it's wrong. It's not getting totaled. You have to add the receipt date from the calendar. No, why you added receipt date? Remove that and put the calendar date because you are using the formula from the calendar date. No. Okay, so remove this date, receipt date from this table. No, not in the measure, in the table below.
Okay.
Remove the receipt date and add the calendar date. Yeah, now it is coming correctly. No, first one is getting added with the second one. First and second is adding with the third one. All the three are adding with the fourth one. Yes, see now how it is coming. Okay.
Yes, Vamshi.
Sales percentage you show me. 100% is come. Okay. Formula you show me formula. Okay, variable A is equal to total payments, which is nothing but the sum of the payments, and B is equal to payments for all the cash table. Yes, perfect. Okay, same way you just do, Prashant. Okay, take your time, no problem. Okay, so just complete this task, and we'll go for the last one. One more function we have. I explained you right last time. Whenever we have inactive relationship, how to activate the relationship, right? So that also we'll see now. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so I'll open a new page and I'll show you what value I want, because so first one, receipt date, right? And total payments measure. Okay, so this is nothing but the values are coming based on the receipt date. Okay, so receipt date, I'll just put a short date. Okay, these are the values coming from the receipt date. What is the total payments, right? One more, if I take from the transaction date, right? Transaction date, and what is the total payments. Okay, so you can see here, right? It's 11/29/42,000, but here it is 10/30 because transaction date is October, but payment date is November, because we have 30 days time, no payment. So that is the reason October should be 42,000, and these dates you can see there is a difference is there. So for example, if I add these payments to this also, it will show the same month, which is wrong, right? This value should come by transaction date, and this value should come by receipt date using a in one table only. Okay, so for example, I want to see what is the October payments and receipts, transaction amount and the receipt amount based on transaction date and receipt date. I want in both into one table using this relationship. So, but we cannot give two relationships, right? Only one will be active, other one will be inactive, right? So how we will do that now? Let's see. Because you can see here, one I given receipt date, okay, and second one which is inactive, which is based on the transaction date. Okay, you should have these two relationships. One will be active, this is active, and this is inactive. So first I'll take the one table where I will take the date from the calendar. Okay, so in this first, anyway, first relationship is active, right? So directly we can put the receipt amount, because this is, we already have a relationship. Now if I want to take for the transaction date wise also, let's see what is the amount. We have to write a measure for that. So let me write measure for that second one, so that this date and this value should come. Okay, date wise amount, something I'll give, then I'll use calculate. So every time we have to use calculate because we are applying the aggregations and filters, no, that is the reason. Calculate, and we have already have a measure called total payments, and in this we will be using use relationship, one more function where inactive relationship becomes activate whenever you use this function. And here we need to give both the dates, like what relationship we given. No, one is we have a transaction date, which is from the payments table, comma a date table from the calendar. These are the two dates we given the relationship, but it is not active. It is inactive. So that is the reason we are using this use relationship, and just click on OK and enter. Okay. Now I will add this measure. Okay. Transaction amount, transaction date amount. Okay. So transaction date amount measure. Okay. Why this is giving something wrong? Transaction wise, everything is coming for the blank. That means these dates are not there. Huh? October is not there. Let's see. Calendar. Oh, we have no calendar date. We started from 2022 January onwards. We have till today. Maybe I'll remove this sum of the receipt amount. Still, it's not coming. Something wrong then. The sales amount, where user relationship, date and date. Let me see the relationship once again. Transaction date and receipt date. Oh, see, transaction date is not in a date format, it is text format. That is why we are not getting it. Let me just change to date. Yes, now it has come. Okay. So this is transaction wise amount, and previous one is total payments. See, these are the issues you need to understand why it's not coming. It has to come, right? Why it's not coming and all. You can see here the total payments are not there until this month because we have payments starting from 11/29, right? So it is started only from 11/29 only, 42 and 115. Whereas we have transaction amounts in October also, right? Based on the transaction date. That's why these amounts are coming based on October date. So like this, you can activate your inactive relationship and get this. See, these are all October ones, right? These are all up to October and November only. So those are all things have come. Okay. So these are all December again. So we don't have anything in this December. So both will be coming for two different dates in one single table now using this DAX function. So I'll show you once again total. So we are using this inactive relationship to activate. Now we are using this function called use relationship, and which are those two inactive relationship dates are transaction date and calendar date, and we are just aggregating the total payments so that it will show the date wise amounts accordingly and correctly as per this transaction date only. It will show in our final table. Any doubts? Okay, this also please practice now. Okay, and this is the last DAX one, and I'm sending you the link also where you can see all the DAX functions. So I'll send you in the WhatsApp. You can practice all the DAX functions. We can't, because I cannot show all the 1,000 DAX functions in class, right? I can just show you only important one and which is most used ones. Other DAX functions, you please refer everything and you keep trying everything until you get hands-on and good expertise. Okay, next class we will have other topics, like we have conditional formatting, okay, drill through, and we have bookmarks, parameters. Okay, so other topics we'll discuss tomorrow. So this is the last class for DAX, and most of the things I've showed you important ones. Other DAX you please practice. Any questions or any doubts?
Bansi, please upload this video today.
I'll upload today. Yes.